Iran, Medo-Persia. Madai came to dwell in the land of Shem by marrying into Shem's family and begging his brothers-in-law for a portion of land. According to the ancient geographic and genealogical traditions preserved in these texts, Madai was a son of Japheth. However, he chose to live outside his originally assigned northern inheritance. How Madai came to dwell in Shem's land. The primary source for this specific geographic transition is the Book of Jubilees, an important pseudepigraphal apocryphal text widely preserved among the Dead Sea Scrolls at Qumran. 1. The original allotment. In Jubilees 8, Noah divides the earth via casting lots among his 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Shem receives the blessed center of the earth, the Near East. Japheth receives the cold regions of the far north and west, which included territory beyond the Black Sea and several great islands. 2. The refusal and the request according to Jubilees 10:35-36. When Japheth's sons traveled north to settle their regions, Madai looked at the cold, watery northern lot assigned to him and disliked it. Because Madai had married a daughter of Shem, he preferred to remain among his wife's relatives. He begged his Semitic brothers-in-law, Elam, Asher, and Arpachshad, for a piece of territory within their boundaries. 3. Settle in Media. Taking pity on him, his brothers-in-law granted him an area on the eastern fringe of Shem's territory. Madai settled there and named the land after himself, Media. Unlike Canaan, who cursed himself by violently stealing a portion of Shem's land in Palestine, Madai acquired his territory peacefully through formal family negotiation. Connections and history. Media, Elam, and Persia. Geographically and politically, Media, Elam, and Persia represent the 3 foundational ancient entities occupying the Iranian plateau. Their interconnected history shaped the shift from Semitic Mesopotamian dominance to Indo-Iranian imperial dominance. The biblical genealogy. In the Table of Nations, Genesis 10, the ancestral origins of these groups are split. Elam is listed as the firstborn son of Shem. The Elamites spoke a unique non-Semitic language, but were culturally intertwined with Mesopotamia for millennia. Madai is listed as the 3rd son of Japheth. The Medes spoke an Indo-Iranian, Indo-European language. Persia is not explicitly named in the Genesis 10 table, as the distinct tribal identity of the Parswai merged prominently in later historical periods. The Triple Alliance and regional shifts. Historically, Elam was the dominant southwestern power, centered in Susa, while the Medes occupied the northwestern Zagros Mountains, and the Persians settled the southern plains of Fars. Their relationships evolved through 3 key stages. The anti-Assyrian alliances. For centuries, Elam and the coalition of Median tribes were brutalized by the Neo-Assyrian Empire. This common enemy forced political and cultural integration between the Indo-Iranians, Medes Persians, and the indigenous Elamites. The rise of Media. Following the collapse of Assyria, partially achieved by a Median-Babylonian alliance in 612 BC, the Median Empire rose to prominence, absorbing eastern Elamite territories. The Persians' synthesis. The Persians were initially vassals to the Median kings. The connection became deeply personal when the Persian leader Cyrus the Great, who according to historical tradition was the grandson of the Median king Astyages, rebelled. Cyrus united the Medes and Persians under a single crown. The Medo-Persian Empire and Elam's legacy. When Cyrus established the Achaemenid, First Persian Empire, he did not erase Media or Elam. Instead, he synthesized them. The double horn. The Bible structurally remembers them as a unified force. In Daniel chapter 8, verse 20, the Medo-Persian Empire is symbolized as a single ram with 2 horns, representing the kings of Media and Persia. Elam's capital, Susa, the historic capital of Elam, was elevated to become the administrative capital of the Persian Empire. This is why the stories of Nehemiah and Esther take place in the Elamite stronghold of Susa. The language. The Achaemenid kings carved their royal inscriptions, such as the Behistun inscription in 3 official languages, Old Persian, Babylonian, and Elamite. Through this synthesis, the lineage of Madai, Media, and the lineage of Elam converged under the umbrella of Persia, laying the geopolitical foundation for modern-day Iran.